Hey, I finished Hilary Mantel's The Mirror and the Light last night. I picked it up in March. It is now May 31st. And I finished. There was there was some definite time in there where I was not reading the book, or I was reading it so sporadically. It was being a very much of a slog. But here at the end, taking off time from my important internet YouTube video watching, I got a really I read that last kind of good hunk of the book, and really re-immersed myself into it. Um, I think a part of it is we finally emerged from what I don't know if Mantell. I don't know if this is Mantell being slightly trapped by history of, oh God, we have to do this yet again. It felt like a repetition thing, which is not her fault. It is history. Um, and there's such brilliance in there. I thought it was really brilliant at the beginning. Things that I really enthused over at the beginning. Um, and I don't know. I think it got more political, which is a silly thing to say for Thomas Cromwell. His whole life is political. I guess for me, a lot of the stuff I loved the most about the Cromwell series, starting from Wolf Hall, Bring Up the Bodies, and The Mirror and the Light, is Cromwell sitting alone at night, uh, being haunted, being haunted by his memories, being haunted by ghosts. That is the parts that I enjoyed the most. So it's probably no surprise that we get to the end of him arrested and imprisoned in the tower and being alone a lot of the time with himself and with ghosts, with the cardinal now visiting him again, and with his dogs in this one section. I gotta go over and get them, and with Cardinal and with Thomas More. Um, I really enjoyed that, and it was a really satisfying conclusion. So I will obviously think on and try and come up with some kind of a final video about this series for me, and thanking Jason for inviting me in on this, because I was not happy with Wolf Hall, and I think a lot of the complaints I had with Wolf Hall um, got answered very well by Bring Up the Bodies and by The Mirror and the Light. And indeed, at the end, we go back to that image of him bleeding and beaten on the cobblestones by his father at the very beginning of Wolf Hall. That striking first image is there again. But then we go past that image, and him slipping away. And it was quite beautiful. About a very brutal, ruthless, fascinating human being. And just kind of the beauty of writing stories and then rewriting those stories and then rewriting those stories again. Yeah, which I think, yeah, hats off to Hilary Mantel, and thank you to Jason at Old Blues Chapter and Verse for involving me in this series of, it was really great. Yeah, pleasures of reading. Also, hard work of reading.